Happy
New Year!
That's right, folks. It is not New Year's yet, but we're posting this because we are taking New Year's off, and we wanted to go over
Our top
5-ish TC math
in content for the year.
We'll go in order from. We'll save the best one for last. You guys really seemed to take interest in our sharpness test that we did here at the store, and it didn't really take off until like later after we posted the video.
Right.
So that was an interesting one, and we'll play some clips of it.
Yeah.
Here.
You need to see the outside of our building. That's why we're starting it here, where we're going to go inside and test the sharpness of our employees' knives and some of our customers.
Something obscene, JK.
Oh. Version 4. All right, let's see what she'll do. 215, nice. I love it. Now, this one looks like it's been carried a little bit, and it looks like it might have been used a little bit. We're gonna test the edge on this thing. 665, yeah, you've been using it. You've been using it all right. That's impressive right there. Heck yeah, thank you. So what are you carrying today?
The Osborne.
Nice, with the JG10 on the handles. I
blade.
absolutely love that. That is awesome. Nice, 280. Heck yeah. So, what are you carrying here today? You got your Classic SD?
Yes.
And you got your Concept here?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Now, which one of these do you want to test the edge on? You want to see how sharp it is? You want to test that one?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. 315. So, we've got our first customer here. And, Joe, what are you carrying with you today?
Benchmade.
Nice.
Mini barrage.
Oh, yes. That is beautiful right there. He does. Oh, wow, 910. Might need a little sharpening on that one.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so folks, we've got our security guard, Sergeant Gordon, right here. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go with the brand new this morning.
Oh, so you got it.
I got one of two.
He got the Hellhound. We were looking at this one this morning, and he just picked this one up. So let's see how that Hellhound blade does right here. That thing is gorgeous. 220, nice.
So that was an interesting video, and we got to go around. It was really interesting seeing how the sharpness tester worked, and you know there are some caveats to it, some ways that you have to use it for it to be accurate, and it doesn't really tell the whole tale, but it is really interesting to see, and interesting to see what people are carrying and
How well they maintain that now.
how well they maintain it and how much they're using it. Like that, there's a lot that you can glean from those sharpness tests. So that was very, very interesting.
Absolutely. So number 4 on the list was one that we were warned not to do.
Yeah.
But we did it anyways. So
And it turned out really good. Thank you guys for your feedback and your input on that one, because you guys really showed up for us on this one.
yeah, so here is number 4.
It's angry. It's stomping. It's the tactical Blueberry from Rough Rider. Today we're talking top tactical knives. Let's light it up. So no, we're not talking about the Stomping Blueberry, even though that one's an assisted folder. No, today we're talking top tactical knives. First up on the list of top tactical knives is going to be the Spartan blade right here. Next up is going to be the Tor Serpent. Next up is going to be the K-Bar TDI. Next up is going to be the Benchmade Autocrat. Now, I couldn't do a top tactical knives without including the CRKT Provoke right there. And this one, of course, is the first responder model. Let's take a look at that one up close right there. You can't think about tactical knives without thinking about a Medford right there. This one in particular, I went ahead and went with the USMC Flipper folder right there from Medford Knife and Tool. And this one is super cool, coming in at 920.
That one was really interesting, and you know that term tactical kind of gets, I guess, crapped on a lot in the industry.
I think it's because it's not got a hyphen and spelled a little bit different. If it was Tacti Q, it'd be a little bit better.
So next one, this one was very interesting, and I did not expect this one to do so well. But it's one of the oldest designs, and we got to do a lot of really cool content this year and got a lot of really cool information from the Opel company and the history of the company, which is fascinating. Made in Savoie, France.
Voila.
Savoie.
Savoy.
My wife lived in France for a little while. She did.
Oui, oui.
I got to go over there one time. It was a lot of fun. But this was a really cool video, and it was really nice and refreshing to see that a knife that what a lot of people would consider as plain or basic and very budget friendly can still have some staying power. And this is a little bit of that video.
Hey, what's the French word for folding knife? It's Opel. Let's light it up. All right, so folks, we're here with Mary Lynn. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Now, you've worked with a lot of different knife companies, but most recently, you worked for Opel.
Right.
And we were just recently visited by Ben and Alex and had a great visit with those guys. But you brought some stuff here that some of it we have had, but most of it we haven't carried as of yet in the store, but will be very soon.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Opel is known for the classic number 8.
Number 8.
And that's the one that everybody really knows.
Right.
Now, we've got some really cool new stuff from Opel, or newer stuff that we're going to be carrying.
Picnic Plus.
Picnic Plus.
Yep. So it's giving the good old number 8 a little bit of an upgrade, and it is making it easy to have your on-the-go meals. So all you have is your basic number 8, and this would have to be your number 8, which has the Vero block on it, and you can use it on any number 8 that you have. So if it has a premium wood handle, if it has some of the colorama features, you can use it on with this product, and all you're doing is just slipping the fork onto the knife, using the Vero block to keep it in, and you have your on-the-go.
All right, so folks, I'm here with Ben and Alex from Opel. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, my man. Opel was started in 1890, so about 133 years ago, by a guy named Joseph Opel. Joseph grew up in a family of blacksmiths at 6,000 feet elevation, a little bit like back here in Tennessee, and decided to, he was making tools and nails for farmers and peasants in the Alps, and he's like, hey, like, I gotta make a cool pocket knife. So he made like something just like those guys here, and the rest, I guess, is history. But like, couple fun facts about our brand. One that we're very proud is that Opel made it to the French dictionary in 1989 to translate for pocket knife. So here we've got a whole lot of pocket knives at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but in France, when you say Opel, everybody understands it's a pocket knife.
Yeah, so everyone should have that knife.
Yeah, absolutely. And next up on the list was one that we kind of did closer to the beginning of the year. It was after the first quarter of the year, and that's kind of what we wanted. We wanted to do a recap of, how things were going at that point. And when we give you these lists like this one, top 5 selling traditionals, we're giving you the information as to what's been going on here, because we actually look up this information through our sales, and we see what's moving. And it was very interesting and very telling what that was. And here's a little bit of that video. Day, top 5 traditional knife patterns. Number 1 might surprise you. Let's light it up. Yes, I said this was going to be top 5. Number 6 is kind of an outlier. Congress pattern. Small Congress, of course, that is their vault pattern this year. So that's number 6 on our top 5. I know that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Top 5 is actually the toothpick pattern, and that is number 5 on our traditional knife patterns right there. Coming in at number 4, and this first version to show off here, of course, is a case full-size sodbuster right there, and that's with the black composition handles, smooth composition handles, and that's coming in at number 4 on our traditional knife patterns list. And like I said, this is purely based on sales and what we've sold so far this year. Number 3, and that of course is the ever popular Barlow. And this is the last one that we actually had in our showroom. Now we do have these in stock in our warehouse. That is number 3 on our traditional knife patterns list. Now, number 2. This one is the Queen Burnt Bone Big Boy Trapper folding knife right there. If the Trapper is number 2 and you've already gone through the Barlow, you've already gone through the Toothpick, the Congress,
what could possibly be number one on the list. Now, I know some of you right there are saying it's going to be a Camp King pattern. The Camp King has been, well, king for a really, really long time.
So yeah, that one grinded a lot of gears for some people.
It did, and so we kind of went back and revisited that in a little bit different manner.
Which is already up now.
It is.
When you see this video, if you want to go back and watch both of those, you can.
It's very interesting to see the difference between the two because what ended up on the second one for the end of the year, we didn't really go by pattern. We went by specific items, and those were fairly obvious and glaring for good reason because the end of the year is when we get, you know, our exclusives and stuff like that in those patterns. So that's clearly what made the list.
Yeah, it is. People, the main request from people in that video was, well, we want to see this at the end of the year. But it was good to see because we do have some Christmas knives that skew those numbers really quick. So it was good to see what other knives sold before those Christmas numbers came in.
Yeah.
So there you go on that one. And then our most viewed video of all time happened to be this year, and it's one that people really seem to love about here. And let's.
What's happening, everybody? Have you ever wondered what the employees at the world's largest knife store carry? Well, you're about to find out. We're going to start off with me right here. In my pocket, I've got my nice Terramundi Beyond EDC design right there. And I absolutely love this thing. This thing is super cool. That is the pneumatic actuator right there.
Yes, I've got the Rough Rider with the VG10.
You have a Leatherman pouch. Oh, that's a cool little carry right there.
Gerber knife, but they don't make anymore.
Yeah. What are you carrying today?
Pair 3, Spider Crow.
Nice. We're doing pocket checks. Jason, what you got on you? Nice.
Sexy Gonzo.
What are you carrying today?
A Spyderco.
A Spyderco. What have you got?
The Tenacious.
Nice. Hey,
Hey.
we're doing pocket checks. What are you carrying?
What's up, big guy?
Oh, got the honey badge.
I've got my extra large sheepdog.
Yeah. All right. So we're going around doing pocket checks and seeing what everybody's carrying.
Oh my gosh.
This is the
I don't
OG.
have I don't have a knife.
You don't have a knife on you?
Surely I wouldn't be caught without a knife.
That is gorgeous right there. A
This
nice
is
code
a-
4.
Yeah, this is a personal knife made for me with my initials on it and handed to me by Mr. Lynn Thompson himself as a late Christmas present at one of the SHOT Shows. And I forget what year because I'm getting old. And like they said, Elvis is dead and my memory's not so good.
So pocket checks have always been really popular, and doing kind of a store tour along with pocket checks and seeing what everybody's carrying. And there were some really interesting, very eccentric kind of knives is what I would call it. Interesting choices that maybe you wouldn't think people would be carrying every day here. And it was really neat to see what everybody had, and I think that's why a lot of people watch that. They were curious, you know, what people that work here every day carry and what people that come to the store carry all the time. So it was very interesting, and I can see why that one did so well.
The number one question we get all the time is people want to see us go out and do things, and we do that. But the problem is we have to make content that we know is working and what's getting views. And unfortunately, our most viewed average videos, we excluded our SHOT Show, Blade Show footage. Those are our best videos.
Yeah.
We excluded those in our new knife videos. Our new knife videos are always really good.
Yeah.
We excluded those because it's a little bit different. We wanted to show something a little bit outside of the box, and we want to continue to do more of that stuff, but a lot of that stuff gets suppressed. It's like if you don't put new knives in the title of something,
it doesn't show up on people's feed, and it doesn't get pushed to the top of the list. And so if you want to see that content, you got to let us know, and you got to continue to support it, and we appreciate that. It means more, and it has more of an effect than you realize. And that's something that we've also realized, being able to talk to some of the fans that come to the store. We have people all the time that come in and say, hey, we'd love to see TC, Greg, Isaac. We'd love to meet them, talk to them. And we go down to the sales floor all the time and meet you guys that come in the store. And we appreciate that because we get that feedback face to face, not just in a comment section. But in the comment section and in likes and in views is where we have to base our analytics and where we have to base on where we're going next. So we love doing all of it. It's just we have to have that support to be able to justify it.
But in that, some of the ones that did not get the most views, we got to pick out some of our favorites for this year. And do you want to go first or last?
I'll go last.
You'll go last. So I'm picking 2 playlists for this year. One playlist is currently still being added to. But the first one would be our Bushcraft Showdown. Bushcraft Island Showdown. That was so fun. We will make that an annual thing, and hopefully it'll grow over time. And I'll play some clips of it here.
Coming to you from Norris Lake, and this is our 2023 Bushcraft Island Showdown. And these 2 islands behind me are just a couple of the islands that we might visit while we're doing our Bushcraft Showdown. And what you're gonna see in this video is us doing first to fire challenges, us doing shelter building challenges, and fishing challenges out here on Norris Lake. So stay tuned, because this is gonna be an awesome time. Bushcraft Island Showdown. We're here on the island. We've got a table set up with all of our tools that we have at our disposal that we're going to be setting up camp with. Got an hour to try to get it set up. We're starting now. Here we are.
Here we are. We've
got 15 seconds left. And so what we did is, what we got done, we got us a nice shelter here. You got to see us building shelters, building fires, chopping through wood. You got to see a whole bunch of bushcrafting and survival tips. Let us know what your favorite part about that was, and let us know what your favorite equipment that we used was.
As you can see, it was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do more stuff like that. And secondly, this one might be one that you chose, but it was really fun doing our Jeopardy game.
Yeah.
And I want to do more of that, and here's a little clip of that.
Greg, we've got 5 categories on the board. We've got modern folders, we've got traditionals, blade steel, bushcrafting, and fixed blades. Now, you get to pick the first category.
In honor of my beard, I choose bushcrafting for 800.
Bushcrafting for 800. All
I
right.
knew you'd be one of those people who wouldn't start at the top.
No.
I could feel it. Couldn't you?
Here's the first question. The act of finding food and nourishment, growing and living naturally.
What is foraging?
Nice.
Well
800
done.
for Isaac.
So yeah, those were my favorite of the year. What about you?
I mean, Jeopardy would definitely make that list, especially now that the real Jeopardy is having a hard time finding a host.
This guy's available.
No. Don't want that. But I mean, of course, we love doing blade shows and stuff like that. I have to say, some of my favorites would have to be like the videos with Kevin. We did a couple of those videos this year. We've got a lot more that we're planning on and doing coming up.
Here's a clip
including
of that.
with
One of the first knives that we ever did to have tremendous success was the Rambo 3 knife. And that whole thing led to what I call the movie knife era of my illustrious career of designing knives, because right about that time, Indiana Jones was coming along, and everybody knows about the Indiana Jones buoy.
Oh, yeah.
So
I enjoyed doing mean comments, but I think the thing I'm most proud of and the thing that I'm really most excited about is our podcast series and continuing that and having special guests on that. That's a little more laid back and more fun, candid series that we can do and I guess be more conversational and talk about kind of what we've got coming up and the things that we've got going on, and I guess our perception of the industry from the inside. So that's what I'm going to say is my favorites.
Yeah. So, guys, let us know what your favorite was and see if it made the list, and let us know what you would like to see more of next year. And once again, it's been a great year.
Yep.
We've doubled all of our numbers from the year before here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So we are slowly growing, but we are growing.
And that is all thanks to you guys, and we appreciate that so much.
We will try to keep it as real as possible, and we'll see you next year.
Absolutely. Remember, if it cuts, we carry it. It's been me, TC, here with Isaac and Greg. We love you guys.
Ciao.
Happy New Year's. Ciao.